everyone, welcome back to our channel Law Point. This is Reenu Thomas, your host for this episode. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita defines the various offences and outlines the punishment for each of them. By exploring the different types of punishment, we can better understand how the legal system addresses crime and its impact on the society to deter the wrongdoing and also to promote justice and order in the community. We have with us Mrs. Praseena Elizabeth Joseph, advocate on record from the Supreme Court of India, to explain the same. So let's watch this episode.
In Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, there are various forms of punishment which the offenders are liable to face upon conviction. These offences are designed to protect the society, to serve justice, to create fear in the mind of the people that if you commit these offences, this would be the punishment that you need to face on conviction, and to reform or rehabilitate the offender, etc. Now let's see what are the different forms of punishments provided under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. There are around 6 forms of punishments provided under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. The first one is death sentence. This is the most serious form of punishment provided for heinous crimes like acts of terrorism, murder, or in case a person is already serving a life sentence, is committing murder, etc. Second form of punishment is imprisonment for life. If a person is sentenced to imprisonment for life, then he will have to serve the rest of his life in prison. That normally is 20 years unless it is reduced otherwise provided. For offences where death sentence is a punishment, life imprisonment is an alternative punishment. For offences like murder, acts of terrorism, etc., imprisonment for life is an alternative punishment. The third form of punishment is the sentence of imprisonment. Sentence of imprisonment is different from imprisonment for life. In imprisonment for life, it is the remainder of a person's life, whereas in sentence of imprisonment can vary from 24 hours till 10 years. In sentence of imprisonment, there are 2 forms. One is rigorous imprisonment and the other is simple imprisonment. In rigorous imprisonment, the person who is directed to be in prison for a particular period of time need to do hard labor in prison, like drawing of water, doing some kind of farming, agriculture, carpentry work, etc. Rigorous imprisonment is specifically provided for serious offences, robbery, causing grievous hurt to any person, causing permanent disability, etc. In simple imprisonment, the convict is not directed to do any hard labor in prison. This is provided for less serious offences like defamation, causing public misconduct, etc. The fourth form of punishment is forfeiture of property. It is pertinent to note herein that in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, forfeiture of property of a convict is not a common form of punishment. If a convict is receiving illegally through wrongful means a property out of war or against any act of terrorism, then that property of the convict can be forfeited. The fifth form of punishment is fine. This is monetary penalty that the offender is required to pay. The punishment of fine can be imposed as a standalone punishment or it can be in addition to any other form of imprisonment. For example, if an offender is obstructing a public servant from discharging public functions, then the punishment is imprisonment for 3 months or fine of rupees 2,500 or both imprisonment for 3 months and rupees 2,500 as fine. Here fine can be a standalone punishment or it can be in addition to imprisonment. Now the last and the final form of punishment provided under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is community service. This is a new form of punishment provided under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which was not there before in Indian Penal Code. Community service means a convict is directed to assist a non-profit organization or in a social cause project or to clean a public toilet, etc. Just like the punishment of fine, punishment of community service can also be an additional or alternative punishment. For example, if a person appear in public in a state of intoxication and causing annoyance to any person, then the punishment is imprisonment for a day, that is 24 hours, or fine, or both, or community service. So, death sentence, imprisonment for life, sentence of imprisonment, both rigorous, simple imprisonment, sentence of fine, sentence of forfeiture of property, and community service are the different types of punishment provided under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita.
Hope this episode was informative. Thank you for watching. Meet you in the next episode.